Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJO Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 2016 postseason is on the air. We are at the friendly confines of Wrigley Field. This is Game 1 of the National League Division Series between the San Francisco Giants and the Chicago Cubs. The Cubs come into this game. They are the number 1 overall seed in the entire postseason, and this will be their first playoff game. The Giants have a record of 1-0. They came off beating my Mets again, because the Giants did beat the Mets in the 1988 replay, and now the Giants have another chance to move on, but now they got to face the best team in the league, the Chicago Cubs. The Giants are the 4 seed, and they are the wild card champions, and now you get to play the Cubs. This should be a very interesting series, I believe. So this is the final division series. We got to get started. After this, we will go to Game 2s, and we'll see what happens there, as the fans here at Wrigley Field are getting excited and ready. Can the Cubs win the World Series again? I look at their cards, and I don't see why they shouldn't. Scooney 007, Frank Rosenk, and Brian Patterson join us here at Wrigley Field. And yes, you should be impressed with my fish. Absolutely. Absolutely. The number of the week, by the way, is 70. So make sure everybody knows that 70 is the number of the week. Philip Reynolds and D-Puck now join us here at Wrigley Field. So we are all set and ready to start this Game 1 of the last division series we got to get going. And we should be definitely would if you use FastScore. Well, that's for sure. Cubs got 111 wins in FastScore. They were amazing. But now it's time to play the real game. It's time to play Inside Pitch. So without further ado, let's get started here. Starting pitcher for the Chicago Cubs is their number 1 starter, Kyle Hendricks. 16 wins, 8 losses, a 2.13 ERA, 170 strikeouts, and 41 walks in 2016. We are at Wrigley Field. Wrigley Field was pretty almost a pitcher's park, but I'm going to say neutral, but it favors pitchers. Only 132 home runs in Wrigley Field in 2016. It does add 3 to strikeouts and 1 to walks. So I'm going to say Wrigley Field is neutral, but favors pitchers a little bit here. So everyone is set and ready to go. The Giants, fresh off their wild card victory. Let's see now what they can do against the Cubs. This should be interesting as we go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Giants will be center fielder Denard Span. He was 2 for 5 in the game against the Mets. We're going to use blue, white, and blue dice. Cubs are the home team. Everyone is set and ready. It is time to begin the final NLDS underway. Hendricks, 6'2". That's a range play at the park. Wrigley Field, 5'3". That's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Chris Bryant. He was pretty good. His range is a 4. That is a 4. Nice play by Bryant, and he will toss it over to first for the out. And that is the first out. 1 down, and now the second baseman, Joe Panik. He was 0 for 5 in the game against the Mets. Hendricks will go ahead and pitch. 5-1, strikeout 8, and that's just going to miss. Panik, 4-1, and that's a grounder to third again, only this time that'll be an easier play for Bryant, and he will toss it over for out number 2. And next up is the catcher, Buster Posey. Hall of Famer? Yep, should go on his first ballot. But he was 0 for 4 in the game against the Mets. Hendricks will go ahead and pitch. Hendricks, 6'2". Again, a range play at the park. Wrigley Field, 2-6. And that's a ground ball to first base this time. But it is hit to Anthony Rizzo. The Cubs got a very good fielding. His range is a 5. But that will get past him. It'll be a 6, and that's going to be a single for Buster Posey. So a single for Posey, as Rizzo was hit out of his reach. No way he could have gotten it. So the Giants get the first hit of the game. And now here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. He is 0 for 5 in the game against the Mets. Dwayne Martz joins us here at Wrigley Field. Strategy roll, and Posey will stay at first. Hendricks, 5-2, strikeout plus, 9, swing and a miss, and struck him out. First strikeout for Hendricks. No runs and a hit for the Giants, and we will go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the San Francisco Giants, their number 2 starter, Johnny Cueto, 18 wins, 5 losses, a 2.79 ERA. He had 198 strikeouts and 44 walks, so he's very capable of getting a game under his belt as well. Bottom of the first, leading off for the Cubs, center fielder Dexter Fowler, 276 average, 13 homers, and 48 RBIs for the Cubs in 16. Cueto, 3-2, strikeout, 16, that just missed. Fowler, a 1-2, and that's a fly ball hit the right field, and Hunter Pence will go ahead and get it, and that's the first out. Next up, the third baseman, Chris Bryant, 292 average, 39 homers, 102 RBIs in 16. Coming up next is the pitch. And that's a 3-3, possible error. Bryant, a 6-1. That's a fly ball hit to right field. Going after that is Hunter Pence. His error rating is a 0. He'll make the catch, and that will be out number 2. As Steeler fan joins us here at Wrigley Field. Nice win for your Steelers, by the way, last night there. You saw in the morning papers that you threw 2 touchdowns against Denver yesterday and that your mother added 74 yards rushing. Actually, no. It was my mom. It was my mom throwing the 2 touchdowns. I went ahead and got 100 yards rushing and a score. Oh, by the way, the Miami Dolphins just scored again. You might want to check your scoreboards. Next batter for the Cubs will be the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo, 292 average, 32 homers, 109 RBIs. This Cubs lineup is stacked. Cueto with the pitch. 2-2, strikeout 11. Cold strike 3 on Rizzo. He got him. And that's the first strikeout for Cueto. And 1-2-3 go the Cubs. So a nice start for him. No score after 1. As Big Clue joins us here at Wrigley Field. Top of the second. Leading off for the Giants will be the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. He was 2 for 4 in the game against the Mets. Hendricks with the pitch. Hendricks, 2-4. That's a blank. Crawford, a 4-5, and that's a fly out to center. And Fowler will take a step back or 2, but he'll get it. One away, here's the right fielder, Hunter Pence. Hunter Pence 3 for 5 in the game against the Mets, including a go-ahead home run, which puts the Giants ahead for good against the Mets in the second wild card game. Hendricks, 5-5. That's an automatic out. And it's going to be a grounder to short, handled easily there by Russell. And Addison Russell will toss it over for the out, 2 away. And now the third baseman, Eduardo Nunez. Nunez started the season with the Minnesota Twins, was traded to the Giants later. Nunez 2 for 4 for the in game 2 of the wild card series. Hendricks with the pitch, 6-1, strikeout 11, and that's a called strike 3 on Nunez, and he will go down, and that'll end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Giants. And we will go to the bottom of the second here. Something tells me we're going to have a pitcher's duel. And why not? You got a combined ERA of 4.9 on the board tonight. That should be a pitcher's duel, but you never know. Of course, we could ask Madison Bumgarner how the pitcher's duel was going to go against the Pirates. How did that game work out? David Vega joins us here at the friendly confines. Leading off for the Cubs will be the left fielder, Ben Zobrist. I put him in left field for this game. A 272 average, 18 homers, 76 RBIs. Cueto will go ahead and pitch. Cueto, 2-4, strikeout, 16 will miss. Zobrist, 4-4, and that's a base hit to center field. Zobrist will go ahead, and he'll get the first hit for the Cubs. Next up is the shortstop, Addison Russell, 238 average, 21 homers, 95 RBIs. Infield is at double play depth. Anything for Zobrist? That is a 3. No, he will stay put. Russell does get the hit and run, but I'll swing away here. It's early. Zobrist on it first. The hit and run is called off. Cueto, a 3-5 against the righty. Home run result against the righty. Russell needs a 9. That is a 9. That's just going to clear the basket out there in right field as he went ahead and pulled that pretty good. Kaboom! That ball is hit pretty high. That ball is hit pretty deep. And that ball is hit pretty gone. Home run, Addison Russell, his first of the postseason. Stadium cheers. Yay! Just clears it out there, just clears that basket in right field, and that's a 2-run bomb, and the Cubs will take a 2-0 lead. So the Cubs score first here in this NLDS. And now we'll see the right fielder, Jason Hayward, 230 average, 7 homers, 49 RBIs. Still nobody out here in the bottom of inning number 2. Cueto, 2-3, strikeout. The 15 will miss. Hayward, 6-1, fly ball to left. And Angel Pagan will come in and get it for the out. Here's the second baseman, Javier Baez, 273 average, 14 homers, 59 RBIs. Cueto will go ahead and deal. Cueto, 3-5 against the righty. That's a home run result against the righty. Baez needs an 11. Not this time. That's a 14. Baez, 2-2. Instead, he gets over the ball, and he'll ground it to first base. It'll be taken care of by Belt, and he'll take it himself for the out, 2 down. 2 mistakes right now by Cueto. You better put that ball down a little bit. And that'll bring up the catcher, Miguel Montero. I'm having him bat against right-handed pitchers for the Cubs in the postseason. A 216 average, 8 homers, and 33 RBIs. They'll share time with Contreras. Cueto will go ahead and pitch. Cueto, 2-3, strikeout 11. And that'll get him swinging. That's a called strike 3 on Montero. And that will be the final out of the inning. Second strikeout for Cueto. But damage done. 2 runs on 2 hits. A 2-run bomb by Addison Russell. And it is 2-0 Cubbies. As the Cubs want to prove here in this 2016 inside pitch season that the 2016 season was no fluke when they actually won the World Series. We go to the top of the third. And let's see here. Leading off for the Giants will be the left fielder, Angel Pagan. 277 average, 12 homers, 55 RBIs. 2-0 in favor of the Cubs. Hendricks, 6-1, strikeout 10. That's just going to miss. Pagan, 1-6, and that's a single. He'll hit that one past second base. And Pagan will get a leadoff base hit. It'll bring up the pitcher, Johnny Cueto, a 114 average and 5 RBIs. Not much of a bunter. They're going to call the corners in expecting a bunt. And I'm going to go ahead and bunt the ball. So Pagan is going to be at first base, and the bunt is on. Hendricks, 6-1, strikeout 7. And that's going to strike him out anyway. That's going to be a strikeout. When you do a bunt, 15 plus 3 is 18, but you divide that by, but when you bunt, you divide the strikeout rating by 2, which makes him a 9. That's a 7. He struck him out. And that'll be strikeout number 3 for Hendricks. And that is the first out. It'll now bring up Span. And now the infield goes to double play depth. Span is 0 for 1. Jeremy Brooks joins us here at Wrigley Field. Anything on the strat? And that's a 14. Pagan will stay where he is. Hendricks will go ahead and pitch. 5-2, strikeout plus 10, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that is the fourth strikeout for Hendricks, and now 2 away. And now the batter is Panic. Panic is 0 for 1. Anything on the strat? The 8 says no. Pagan will stay at first base. Hendricks right now getting off to a good start. Hendricks, 5-4, strikeout 11. That will miss. Panic, 6-5, and that's a fly ball hit to center field. Dexter Fowler is going to come to that. He will make the catch and end the inning. No runs and a hit for the G-men. And we go to the bottom of the third. Cueto gets back on the mound. Leading off for the Giants will be the pitcher, Kyle Hendricks. A 138 average and 2 RBIs as a hitter in 16. Cueto with the pitch. Cueto, 5-6, strikeout 9. Gets him easily, struck him out. Third strikeout for Johnny Cueto. 1 down. And next batter is Fowler. Fowler is 0 for 1. Cueto, he'll set up and pitch. Cueto, 6-6, that's a blank. Fowler, 3-3, and Fowler hits one into center field that's going to roll all the way to the ivy, and that's going to be a double for Fowler. So Fowler winds up at second base. That's his first hit of the ball game. Next batter is Bryant. Bryant is 0 for 1. Runner on second base. Nothing on the 17. Fowler on at second. Cueto will go ahead and pitch. Cueto, 1-6, strikeout 18. That will miss. Bryant, 2-6, and that's a single past third. It'll be a base hit. Will it score Fowler? No, it won't. He'll have to hold it third. His base running rating needs to be a 5 from score from second, and he will hold at third base. But runners at the corners here, and the Cubs looking for more. And now Rizzo 0 for 1. Infield will play in. Runners at first and third. Strategy roll. That is a 2. Nothing going to happen here. Rizzo will swing away. Bryant, they actually get a hit and run idea, but Rizzo says, no, I've got home run power. Let him put one over the plate. Cueto, 1-5, strikeout 3. He did put one over the plate, but Rizzo swung over it, and that has struck him out. And that will be the fourth strikeout for Cueto, 2 down. And now a chance for Zobrist. Zobrist got a single his first time up. Luca Pini joins us here from Wrigley Field. Luca Pini all the way from Europe, where you should be sleeping, sir. You should be getting a good night's rest. You can always check the replay, but I do appreciate you coming. Strategy, nothing on the 17. Zobrist is going to go ahead and swing. 2 outs, 2-0 Cubs. Cueto, 1-4. That is at the park. Wrigley Field, 4-2. And Zobrist is going to smack one. That's going to be a double to right. Fowler will score. Bryant, base runner 5 with 2 outs. A double to right, a 0, 1-5. Bryant will score, and he will score. Zobrist going around second. He's thinking about going to third, and he will hold. Zobrist will stop at second base, as that will be a double, but it clears the bases. It is 4-0 Cubs. Stadium cheers. Yay! Four nothing now in favor of the Cubs. And here comes Russell. Russell had a bomb his first time up. And right now the Giants not off to a good start against this Cubs team. Zobrist on at second. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 11. Cueto will go ahead and pitch. Cueto, 4-5. Range play at the park. Wrigley Field, 5-3. That's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Nunez. His range is a 3. That is a 4. It'll get past him, and that is going to be a base hit. Zobrist, a base running rating of 4. He will not be able to score. He will hold at third even with 2 outs. But Russell gets a hit, another hit. And now a chance for Hayward as the Cubs looking to get more runs. Hayward is 0 for 1. Anything on Strat? Nothing on the 6. Zobrist on at third. Russell on at first. Cueto already in some trouble here again. Cueto 3-6 against the lefty. That's a blank. Hayward 2-4. And that is a grounder to short. That'll get handled there by Crawford. And he's going to throw to second to get Russell. And that will end the inning. But 2 more runs on 4 hits for the Cubs. And they now have a 4-0 lead after 3. Cubs look like they came to play. They won the 2016 World Series, and now they want to prove it here on the board. And right now, they're off to a pretty good start. And this is only the first game of this NLDS. Top of the 4th inning. And Buster Posey leads off for the G-Men. He got a single his first time up. Hendricks, 1-5. Home run chance. Righty, 1-5. The 10 is too high. Posey, 4-6. And that's a fly ball to center. And Fowler will get to that with no trouble. Next batter is Belt. Belt 0 for 1. Hendricks goes ahead and pitch. Hendricks 4-6. Strikeout plus. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Strikeout number 5 for Hendricks. 2 away. And right now the Wrigley faithful enjoying this game. Crawford is next. He's 0 for 1. Hendricks. He'll go ahead and pitch. 4-6. Strikeout plus. 16. Yep. That's going to be a swing and a miss and a struck him out, and that will retire the side. So Hendricks gets 2 more Ks, and that's his 6th. And that's a 3-up and 3-down inning for the G-Men. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. As right now the Cubs are hitting everything. And now the Giants trying to get something started here. It doesn't look good early in this game. Javier Baez leads off for the Cubs. He's 0 for 1. Cueto, go ahead and stay out there. 1-2. Walk plus. That is a 9, and that's going to be ball 4. So now he walks Baez, and that is the first walk of the game for Cueto. So now he's not up to it tonight right now. It'll bring up Montero. Montero 0 for 1. Infield is at double play depth. And strategy roll, John Haverly joins us here at Wrigley Field. Nothing on the 10. And now Cueto will pitch. Cueto, 4-1, strikeout 9. He got him. Called strike 3 on Montero. And that is the 5th strikeout for Cueto, 1 down. It'll now bring up Hendricks. Hendricks will bat. Don't think they'll call a bunt here, although they may. That's a 15. Hendricks, why not? They'll go ahead and call the bunt. Corners are in. But I'm going to call the bunt anyway. So the bunt is on. Cueto, 5-3 against the righty. That's an automatic out, but that is ignored on a bunt. So Hendricks, and that is a 4. He bunts that to first base. That'll reduce his bunt rating from a 3 to a 2. But that's a 1 anyway. That's a 1. That's going to be a good bunt anyway. That's going to be a successful sacrifice bunt. Nice play by Hendricks, and Baez will move to second, and that's out number 2. So Hendricks does get the bunt down, and a good one to move Baez into scoring position. So that'll be a sacrifice hit to first. And now with a runner in scoring position, you bring up Fowler. Fowler 1 for 2 with a double. Still 2 outs here, bottom of the 4th. But the Cubs have a 4-0 lead here early in game 1 of this NLDS. Strategy roll, nothing on the 17. Cueto, 4-2, strikeout 1, swing and a miss, strikeout. And that will end the inning. That is strikeout number 6 for Cueto. So nothing across except a walk and a sacrifice hit. But that's all they get. And it stays 4-0 in favor of the Cubs. But remember, no lead is safe at inside pitch. Top of inning number 5. And it will be Hunter Pence leading off for the Giants. He's 0 for 1. Hendricks will go ahead and deal. Hendricks, 3-3, error on a throw. Pence, 5-1, and they smacked one into right field. That'll be a double to right. There won't be a throwing error, so Pence will automatically make it to second base. And that is the third hit for the Giants and the first hit for Pence as he gets a leadoff double. A chance now for Nunez to try to bring a run in here. Anything on Strat? The 9 says no. Pence on at second. Hendricks goes ahead and deals. Hendricks, 4-4 against the righty. That will be an automatic out. And it's a ground ball to second base. Up with it easily is Baez. Pence will move over to third. The throw goes to first for the out. Next batter is Pagan. The Cubs are going to call the infield in. Pagan got a base hit his first time up. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 9. Hendricks will now pitch to Pagan. Runner on third here for the Giants. Hendricks, 6-5. Hit by pitch. 13. Nope, that's high. Pagan, 6-6. And that's a ground ball to second base. Now, Pence, with the infield in, Hunter Pence's base running rating becomes a 1. I'm going to roll a die. On a 1, they'll send him home. It is a 2. Nope. So they'll hold Pence at third, and the throw goes to first for the out, 2 away. But now the batter is the pitcher, Johnny Cueto. I don't know, maybe I should have sent him. But that'll be a ground ball there. And now Cueto is up. Do you go to the bullpen now? You got to get the run in. Cueto, he can still pitch to a number of pitchers, but got a big run on third base. And Cueto's already given up 4 runs. I think you may have to go to the bullpen now. They're going to let Cueto come back. That'll be it for him early. And the Giants will go to the bench because they need the run. So Pence is on at third. And coming on to pinch hit for the Giants is going to be Gregor Blanco. 224 average, a homer, and 19 RBIs. He will come up to bat. So already the Giants are going to go to the bullpen early. Hendricks will pitch to Blanco. A big run on third. Giants got to get something here. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 1. Pence stays put. Hendricks will pitch. Hendricks, 3-4 against the lefty. Strikeout 10. Cold strike 3 on Blanco. He struck him out, and the inning is over. 7th strikeout for Hendricks. No runs and a hit. And we will go to the bottom of the 5th. Well, they're staying 4-0 in favor of the Cubbies. See you later, Luca. Thank you for joining me tonight, my good friend. Chris Bryant will lead off for the Cubs. He's 1 for 2 with a single. They got right-left switch coming up, and they're going to go with a righty in this case. So the Giants are going to bring out a right-hander. And coming on to pitch for the Giants will be Hunter Strickland. 3 wins, 3 losses, 3 saves, a 3.14 ERA. Strickland will make another appearance, his second appearance in the postseason. So Strickland will go ahead and pitch to Bryant here in the bottom of the 5th. 4-0 in favor of the Cubs. Strickland, 3-6. That's a walk plus. That's ball 4 easily on a 1. And he comes in and walks Bryant. So a leadoff walk for Bryant puts him on first. Here's Rizzo. Rizzo is 0 for 2. Infield at double play. Strategy. And nothing on the 6th. Bryant will stay at first base. Strickland will go ahead and now pitch to Rizzo. Strickland, 5-1. That's a blank. Rizzo, 5-6. And that's a ground ball to first. Let's see if they turn it. 2-1-1. Shortstop pivot, Crawford 0. The only way to turn a double play is on a 1. And they do. That is a 1. On to shortstop for 1. Back to first for 2. Double play. A 3-6-3 double play. Well done by Belt and Crawford. And there are now 2 away. Next up is Zobrist. And Zobrist is having a good night starting. He's 2 for 2, a single and a double. Strickland will go ahead and set up with the pitch. Strickland, 2-3, strikeout 11. That's going to miss. Zobrist, 4-6, and it's a power hit to left field. That's a 19, though, and that's going to be way too high against the righty. It'll be a fly ball hit to right field, and getting over there is going to be Pence, and he'll make the play and retire the side. Nothing across except the walk. 4-0 Cubs after 5. We go to the top of the 6th. I'm working on another shutout through 6 innings here. Denard Span will lead off. He's 0 for 2. Hendricks still got plenty in the tank here. Strickland is tired, but we'll see what they want to do with him yet. Hendricks, 4-6. Hendricks, 4-6. Strikeout plus. 6, swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is strikeout number 8 for Kyle Hendricks. 1 down. As right now he's just gunning down batters at the plate. Here's Panic. He's 0 for 2. Hendricks, a 1-2. That's at the park. Wrigley Field, 2-4. And that is a home run to the pull side against the righty. Panic needs a 9. The 18 is too high, and that is just going to be a fly ball to right field. And getting near the ivy will be Hayward, but he will make the catch, and that's out number 2. Oh, Wrigley almost took it out, but it stays in the park. Easily handled there by Hayward. Near the ivy, but he had room. Next up is Posey, and Posey's 1 for 2. 2 away. Top of the 6th, 4-0 Cubbies. Hendricks, 5-2, strikeout plus 13, swing and a miss, steer right out, and the inning is over. 9th strikeout for Hendricks, and 1, 2, 3 go the Giants. And we go to the bottom of the 6th right now, as the Giants at this moment are having the same problem that the Tigers had against the Indians last night. They can't hit a lick. As Corey Kluber last night pretty much pitched a 1-hitter for the Giants, for the Indians. Bottom of the 6th, Addison Russell will lead off for the Cubs. He's having a good night. He's 2 for 2, a home run and a single. Strickland is tired, though, and they're going to let him pitch for 1 more inning. You got 2 righties and a lefty coming up. They're going to let him pitch, unless he gets someone on base. Strickland will pitch. Strickland, 3-6. Walk plus, that's a 2. And now Russell is on first, and now that will be it for Strickland. 3rd walk given up by Giants pitching. Strickland will now come out of the game. Giants will now go to the bullpen. And now 2 lefties and a righty coming up. And coming on to pitch for the Giants is going to be, they'll bring on a lefty, and it's going to be Javier Lopez. 1 win, 3 losses, a save, a 4.05 ERA. Lopez coming on to pitch. He can pitch to only 2 batters, though, but we'll see what he does. So runner on first base, Lopez really the left-handed specialist, but I do use the 3-batter rule. Infield a double play, strategy rolls are still on. Strategy roll, nothing on. Well, that's a 4, but Russell will stay put. Lopez will pitch. Lopez, 1-6. That's a pitcher result, but the 11 is high. Hayward, 2-4, and that is a ground ball to short. 1-1-2. Second base, pivot, Panic, +1 is a 3, and they will not get the double play. The throw goes to second to get Russell, and Hayward will make first off the fielder's choice. But there is 1 out. And I'll now bring up Baez. Baez 0 for 1 with a walk. Hayward had 11 stolen bases, and he's not getting any there. The hit and run does come up, though. Why not? The hit and run is on. Lopez, 3-2. That's at the park. Wrigley Field, 5-5. And that is going to be a ground ball to second base. So 1-1-1-1-2. Okay, but 1-1-2. And let's see here. Shortstop pivot is Crawford a 0, but since it's a hit and run, you subtract 2. So there's no way they're going to get it. There is no way they're going to get a double play here. And Hayward, really a base running rating of a 5 with a hit and run. That is a 4. That's going to be good enough for Hayward to get to second. And Baez will be tossed out at first for the out. That is a 4, but Hayward, even though he was still being on, that 4 will still get him there to second base. So it is in a way, successful hit and run, but it does put the a runner in scoring position. And the next batter is Montero. Lopez is now tired, but they say he can pitch. They'll have Lopez pitch to Montero, even with a runner on at second. 2 outs, a chance for the Cubs. Strategy, nothing on the 4. Hayward stays at second. Lopez, 2-4, strikeout 3. Yep, got him, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that will end the inning. A nice job by Javier Lopez. And nothing across except a walk. And the Cubs keep it at a 4-0 lead after 6. We go to the top of the 7th. Cubs in command. Brandon Belt leads off for the G-men. He's 0 for 2. Hendricks still has 4 more batters left in the tank. Hendricks, 3-5 against the lefty. Walk. Yep, that 17 will walk him. So we'll go ahead and walk Belt. And that is only the first walk given up by Hendricks. So Belt now goes to first, and here comes Crawford. Crawford is 0 for 2. Infield double play. And nothing happening on the strat. Hendricks will go ahead. Actually, no need for a strat anymore, really. So Hendricks will now pitch to Crawford. Hendricks with the deal. 6-6. Error on a grounder. Crawford, 3-1. And against the righty, Crawford's going to go ahead and bring in a big run. And that's going to be a triple into center field. Belt will come around. He will easily score. Center fielder is Fowler. His error rating is a 3. That's an 8. He won't make an error out there. But Crawford does go ahead on a triple to center. It's 4-1. So Crawford gets the Giants on the board with a big-time triple. And now a chance for Pence. Pence is 1 for 2 with a double as the Giants finally get on the scoreboard. And still nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Infield will come in. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 7. Crawford stays where he is. Hendricks will pitch. Hendricks, 2-1, strikeout 5, and he got him. Struck him out, and that is the 10th strikeout for Hendricks, 1 out. And now a chance for Nunez, and he's 0 for 2. Anything on strat, nothing on the 4. Crawford will stay where he is. Hendricks looking on Nunez. Fans here at Wrigley Field still enjoying the game. Hendricks, 2-4. That is a blank. He will be tired after Nunez. Nunez, 1-4, but Nunez will come through with a base hit to right field, and now the score is cut in half. Single to right, Crawford comes in. He will score. It's 4-2. Here come the Giants. So now a 4-2 game on an RBI single by Nunez. It'll bring up Pagan. Hendricks is now tired. He's also due to lead off the bottom of the 7th. And you go to the bullpen now. You got Switch. You got 1 out. Got Switch. And then you're going to have a pinch hitter. They're going to let Hendricks pitch and try to get Pagan out. Or does he? Actually, Pagan doesn't do well against, he does a little better against righties. Let's see here. What do you do? Do I let Hendricks pitch or do I bring in a pinch hitter, a new pitcher? That's going to be it for Kyle Hendricks. They're going to take him out. And the Cubs are going to go to the bullpen. They'll bring in a lefty. It is the 7th inning, so they can bring in anybody. And coming on to pitch for the Cubs will be Mike Montgomery. 4 wins, 5 losses, a 2.52 ERA, no saves. Montgomery started the season with the Seattle Mariners, went to the Cubs later, and he did make the Cubs postseason roster. So Mike Montgomery will come on to pitch. And he can pitch to 6, even though he's only going to be in there for pretty much until he can get out. So now back to double play depth. Now a 4-2 ball game. Nunez on at first. Pagan will go up against Montgomery. Suddenly the fans getting a little antsy. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 6. Nunez. Actually, no. Nunez does get the steal sign. 16 minus 2 is 14. The catcher, Montero, plus 2 is a 15. It's a 16. Oh, do you send Nunez and take a chance? I don't think you want to run yourself out of the inning, and we know how evil the D20 can be. I will call off the steal. Montgomery will pitch. Montgomery, 2-2. That's a pitcher result. Against the switch right. A 1-19's an out. That's a 16. That will be an out, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. 2-2-3. Second base, pivot Baez, 0-1-3, double play. They got it. Side retired. 6-4-3 double play as Angel Pagan grounds out into the twin killing, but the Giants get 2 runs on 3 hits and a walk. And maybe they felt they should have gotten more, but now the lead is cut in half. It's 4-2. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Tomorrow night on the network, we will have some more exciting action. Tomorrow night, it will be game 2 of the American League Division Series between the Texas Rangers and the Boston Red Sox. And it's a good pitching matchup. Yu Darvish will go for the Rangers, and Stephen Wright will go for the Red Sox. The Red Sox have a 1-0 lead. Can they take a 2-0 lead back to Arlington, or will the Rangers tie that series up? Yu Darvish against Stephen Wright. Rangers and Red Sox. It is game 2, and that's tomorrow night. Bottom of the 7th, Cubs lead 4-2 here. And we'll have a new batter coming up for the Cubs. And the Giants will go to the bullpen here. And they got Switch and Wright coming up, and they are going to go with a righty. 7th inning, so now anyone can come on to pitch. And coming on to pitch for the Giants is going to be Derek Law. 4 wins, 2 losses, a save, a 2.13 ERA. Law will be the 4th Giants pitcher. Pinch hitter coming in from Mike Montgomery, as the Cubs will have a pinch hitter coming in. And it is going to be Chris Coghlan. 188 average, 6 homers, 30 RBIs. Chris Coghlan started the season with the Oakland Athletics, wound up on the Cubs later via trade. So Coghlan will now come on, and we'll get the pitch. Montgomery does get a hold. So Derek Law will start here the bottom of the 7th. 4-2 Cubs. Law 6-1, strikeout plus, got him on 11, struck him out. So Coughlin goes down quickly. And now the batter is Fowler. Fowler 1 for 3 with a double. Law, he'll go ahead and pitch. Law, 6-6, error on a throw. Fowler, 2-4. That's a ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Rizzo. His error rating is a 2. That's an 18. Not Rizzo, to Belt. His error rating is a 4. That's an 18. He'll handle it. Law will come over, and it will be Belt throwing to Law, and that will be out number 2. Again, I keep on forgetting who's in the field. I'll never get that right. Here's Bryant. Bryant is 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Law, they'll go ahead and pitch. Law, 5-4, strikeout 9. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Nice job by Derek Law. A 1-2-3 inning on the Cubs. And it stays 4-2 after 7. The Giants are in striking distance. Top of the 8th. And it is a pinch hitter coming up for Derek Law, as he will go ahead and leave. But the Giants will but the Cubs will bring on a pitcher first. And let's see, 8th inning, they got left, so the Giants, the Cubs, will go with a lefty. And coming on to pitch for the Cubs will be Travis Wood. 4 wins, no losses, a 2.95 ERA. As Wood will now come on to pitch. And he can pitch to 3. So we'll be here. And a pinch hitter coming in. A pinch hitter coming in for the Giants. And let's see who that's going to be. And coming on to pinch hit will be Gordon Beckham. 212 average, 5 homers, 31 RBIs. Beckham started the season with the Atlanta Braves, wound up on the Giants later. As you know, I will always, I hope you guys never get bored of that, but even if I said it 1,000 times, I will always state why one player is showing a different team. Travis Wood will pitch to Beckham. Wood, 6-5, error on a grounder. Beckham, 3-6, and that's a power hit to center field. That's a 2, and against the lefty, it's a base hit for Beckham. Center fielder is Fowler. His error rating is a 3, but he won't make an error. He'll get that ball in, and Beckham is on base. Tying run coming to the plate now in Denard Span. Span is 0 for 3. Infield is at double play. Cubs here now in a little bit of very interesting strategy roll. Nothing on the 4. Beckham will stay at first. Wood will now pitch to Span. Fans here at Wrigley Field hoping for a good pitch. Wood, 1-5, walk plus 17, ball 4. Wood comes in and gives up a hit, and now a ball, and now the go-ahead run coming to the plate. And here comes Panic. Panic is 0 for 3. Infield still a double play. Travis Wood still has to pitch to him. But right now, the Giants got some big runners on base. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 12. Wood will go ahead and pitch to Panic. The fans at Wrigley Field are not panicking just yet. Wood, 1-5. Walk plus. That is ball 4. And the bases are loaded. A base hit and 2 walks. Now the batter is Posey, and that's going to be it for Wood, as the Cubs will take him out immediately. Nobody out, top of the 8th. And now the Cubs got to go to the bullpen again. And they're out of lefties, so now you just go with the best pitchers you have, except without the closer. And it is going to be... Let's see what I want to do here. Hold on. Coming on to pitch for the Cubs is going to be Trevor Cahill. 4 wins, 4 losses, no saves. A 2.74 ERA. So Cahill will come on to pitch. But the bases are loaded here in the top of the 8th. Giants looking to maybe get some chance here. Still nobody out. Infield is in. Cahill will pitch to Posey. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 17. Cahill will go ahead and pitch. Cahill, 6-6. That is a range play. Posey, 2-5. It's a ground ball to short. The infield is in. Shortstop is Russell. His range is a 5, but with the infield in, his range is a 3. And it's a base hit past short. It's a single. Beckham will come in to score. Span a base runner rating of 3. He will come around to score. This game is tied. Panic. He will hold at second base. Posey gets the first. We're tied at 4. Stadium groans. A 2 RBI single by Buster Posey brings in the tying runs, and we're tied at 4. No lead is safe at inside pitch. And now the batter is Belt, and Belt is 0 for 2 with a walk. Infield now a double play depth, now tied at 4, as the Cubs have just let this lead evaporate. And here comes Belt, runners at first and second, with nobody out in the top of the 8th. Strategy roll, and that's a 13. Nothing happening. Cahill will pitch to Belt. Cahill, 3-5 against the lefty. That's a blank. Belt, 6-2. Base hit right field for Brandon Belt. Panic, a base running rating of 2. A single to right, -1 though. Panic will score on a 1. And it's a 6. We may have a play. Runners all game. Panic coming around second base. It was hit to right field. Hayward, very good arm. A -2 arm. A -2 arm. A 1 to 5 will have a play. It is a 1. Panic coming around. A 2 to 5. Panic is out at the plate. And he is. Hayward throws to the plate and gets Panic. Posey, however, has to hold at second base. The 3 is too high for him to advance. 1 out. As Jason Hayward guns down the go-ahead run. Stadium cheers. Yay! But still, the Cubs are not out of it yet. Runners at first and second now with 1 out. As a heck of a play is made by Jason Hayward in right field to gun down, to go ahead and gun down Panic. And now Posey. And now runners at first and second. Now the batter is Crawford. And Crawford had a triple his last time up. Actually, that wasn't Panic. That was gunned down. That was, hold on. Who was that? That was Span. Okay, well, something like that. So here's Crawford. Runners still at first and second. The run does not score, but the Giants are still in business. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 17. Cahill will pitch to Crawford. Fans here at Wrigley Field suddenly can't believe what has happened. Cahill sets up, and here comes the pitch. Cahill, 4-4. That is an automatic out. And it is going to be a ground ball to second base. 2-1-2. Shortstop, Pizzett Russell, -1, so only a 1 will be a double play. It's not. Posey gets the third, and Belt thrown out at second. Crawford gets the first, 2 down. So a fielder's choice. And I'll now bring up Pence. And Pence is 1 for 3 here. So now tied at 4. And now 2 outs. Cahill not tired yet, but he'll pitch to Pence. Posey on at third, Crawford on at first now. But the fans at Wrigley Field can't believe what's just happened here in the top of the eighth. Cahill sets up, Pence gets ready. Strategy. Nothing on the 19. Cahill will set up and he'll pitch. Cahill, 4-4. That's an automatic out. He'll get out of it. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. Handled by Russell. He'll take care of it. And he's going to tag second base and force out Crawford and end the inning. But what an inning for the Giants. 2 runs on 3 hits, a couple of walks. We're tied at 4 going in the bottom of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th inning. Anthony Rizzo will come up to bat. Giants need a pitcher. They got left switch right coming up. And let's see what the Giants want to do here. And I think in this case, you just bring in the best pitchers you have at the moment. And they're going to do just that. Let's see here. You do have a lefty there. And John Osich and Will Smith. Let me see, left. What is it? Left switch. Actually, you know what? I think you go with the righty. I think it makes sense. Coming on to pitch for the Giants is going to be George Contos. 3 wins, 2 losses, no saves, a 2.53 ERA. Contos is now the 5th Giant pitcher, and he will go ahead here and pitch at least to Rizzo, Zobrist, and Russell. Rizzo leads off, bottom of the 8th, tied at 4. Can the Cubs come back now? Contos, 2-3. Pitcher result, 16 is high. Rizzo, 1-2, and that's a base hit to center field. Rizzo leads off with a single. So the go-ahead run at first base, and here comes Zobrist. Zobrist, 2 for 3, a single and a double. Rizzo had 3 stolen bases, infield double play, strategy roll, nothing on the 8th. Rizzo will go ahead and stay at first. Contos will now deal with Zobrist. Contos, 5-5, wild pitch, 14. Nope, that's ball 1. Contos will do it again. 2-2, against the switch left, that is a blank. Zobrist, 2-3, and it's a fly ball to right field. Pence is going to get to that and put it away. 1 out. And now the batter is Russell. And Russell is 2 for 2, a home run and a single. Strat. And that is a 20. Contos fires to first. Nope, Rizzo will get back. And Rizzo, got to be careful. Contos does have a decent pickoff rating. Contos will now go ahead and deal with Russell. Contos, 5-1, against the righty, that's an out, and it's going to be a fly ball to right field. Pence will come to that one as well, and he'll make the catch, 2 down. And now here's Hayward, and he gets a nice applause here from the Wrigley crowd for going ahead and throwing out Belt. And at the plate, and keeping the game tied at 4. Rizzo on at first. Strategy, nothing on the 14. Contos will go ahead and pitch. Contos, 1-4, against the lefty. That is a blank. Hayward, 3-4, base hit past second. It's a single. Rizzo, however, does not have speed, and he's going to have to hold at second base. But Hayward keeps the inning alive. And now the batter is Baez. And Contos is now tired, and they will take him out. As he did the job, but a fatigue result could bring in a run. So the Giants will go to another pitcher, and it will be Sergio Romo. 1 win, no losses, 4 saves, a 2.64 ERA. Romo now coming in to try to get this into the 9th, tied at 4. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Baez now the batter. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. Fans at Wrigley Field are on their feet, hoping that Baez can get it done. Strategy, nothing on the 5. Rizzo on at second, Hayward at first. Romo sets up and pitches. 5-2, strikeout, 5, swing and a miss, strikeout, and the inning is over. No runs and a hit for the Cubs, and it's tied at 4 going into the 9th. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Top of the 9th first. Eduardo Nunez leads off for the Giants. He is 1 for 3. Cahill coming out. He's tired. And actually, is he tired? We got what? You got a right switch. Let's see. Hold on a moment. He may not be tired. I think. Was he tired? 1, 2, 3. Actually, he's not tired yet, but let me see what the Cubs want to do. And they're going to let him pitch to Nunez at least. So Cahill's going to go ahead and pitch to Nunez. Top of the 9th, tied at 4. So far, the best game of the DS series so far, although the Red Sox game, the first game, wasn't too bad. Cahill, 4-4. That's an out. And it will be a grounder to second base, handled easily by Baez, and he'll throw to first for the out, 1 away. Next batter is Pagan. Pagan hits righties a little better, and now Cahill is now tired. I don't think the Cubs have a lefty in the bullpen. I don't think so. Nope, not right now. They're going to stick with Cahill. Might as well. So Cahill will stay out there. He'll pitch to Pagan. 1 out here, top of the 9th. Cahill, 5-4. That's a walk, but the 17 is high. Pagan, 5-5. Base hit, pass short. And the Giants now have the go-ahead run on base. Pagan gets his second hit of the game. It'll bring up a pinch hitter as Romo coming out. And now we'll see who the Giants want to bring out to bat. And it's going to be Connor Gillespie. 262 average, 6 homers, 25 RBIs. Cahill is tired. And that's going to be it for Cahill, as they will go ahead and take him out. And the Cubs will go back to the bullpen. They have no more lefties, so except for Aroldis Chapman. Oh, you know what? I think you got to bring in Chapman. It's not a save situation, but I think you got to bring him in. They're going to do it now. Coming on to pitch for the Chicago Cubs will be Aroldis Chapman. His job to keep it where it is. Aroldis Chapman, who started the season with the New York Yankees, wound up on the Cubs later via trade. 4 wins, a loss, 36 saves, a 1.55 ERA. Chapman's job, keep it where it is, and hope the Cubs can win it in the bottom of the 9th. So they'll bring out Chapman now. Pagan on it first. Gillespie, the batter, he will bat. 1 out. Infield is at double play. Strategy roll. That is a 1. Pagan does get the steal sign. 16 plus 1 is 17. The catcher Montero, a plus 2 is a 19. Got no choice. Pagan taking off the second. A 1-19. He is safe. And it's a 20. Are you kidding me? Buster Posey gets up, throws to second, and gets Pagan 2 down. The only way Pagan is out is a 20, and they got it. They checked the replay, but he is out of there, 2 down. And that's Baez. That's actually Montero. And Montero gets it done and gets him out at second base. That was the only way they can get him out. And now Gillespie will go ahead, and he will now pitch with bat with nobody on base. And now Chapman And let's see how long they're going to keep him in. But Chapman actually is due to bat second in the bottom of the ninth. Chapman will pitch. Chapman, 5-3, range play. Gillespie, 2-1. That's a fly ball to right field. That ball is at the Hayward. His range is a 5. That is a 1. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. Holy cow. No runs, a hit, and a huge caught stealing. As Miguel Montero guns him out at second base, we go to the bottom of the ninth. Bottom of the ninth inning. Miguel Montero is the leadoff batter, and he gets a very big applause from the Wrigley Field crowd. The Giants are going to go ahead and bring in their closer right now, and it's Santiago Casilla. 2 wins, 5 losses, 31 saves, a 3.57 ERA. Casilla is now the 7th Giants pitcher, and he'll pitch to Montero. So now bottom of the ninth, tied is 4, and Casilla will pitch. Casilla, 3-1, that's at the park. Wrigley Field, 6-3, that's a power hit to right. That is a 9. Oh, that is a 9, and that is a home run result. A 6-3 is a ball hit to right field. That is a 9. That is a home run result. Miguel Montero needs a 9 himself. A 1-9. This ball game is over. And basically, Miguel Montero not only throws out the big base runner at second base, he also wins the ball game. Kaboom! That ball is high! That ball is deep to right field! Going back is Pence! He's at the track! He's at the ivy! He leaps! Gone! That's your game! The Cubs will win it! Solo home run by Miguel Montero! It's 5-4! Cubs win the ball game! Stadium goes nuts. Yay, 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 yay. And they're mobbing Miguel Montero at the plate as it just cleared the basket. Santiago Casilla comes in there, and it was a good pitch, but Miguel Montero just pounded it into right field. It is 5-4 Cubs. They win it in the bottom of the ninth. And yes, people, it was me that chose Miguel Montero to play this game. A walk-off home run for Miguel Montero, Game of the Year candidate, absolutely. 1 run on 1 hit for the Cubs. And the home team has won every game won in the first set of games here in the DS. 9th inning magic strikes again. Santiago Casilla, all he can do is walk off the mound, but the Chicago Cubs will take a 1-0 series lead on a solo bomb in the bottom of the ninth by Miguel Montero. He not only throws out the base runner at second base on a 20, but he goes ahead and leads off the bottom of the ninth and hits a solo winning bomb. Final line score coming up. Are you kidding me? And you wonder why I think inside pitch is the best game you can play. For the Cubs, 5 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. For the Giants, 4 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. The winning pitcher is Aroldis Chapman. He'll go ahead and get the win. Santiago Casilla will take the loss. Holy cow, what a way for the Cubs to start their NLDS. And who knows how the rest of this series is going to go. What a spectacular game right then and there. Tomorrow night will be game 2 of the American League Division Series. The Texas Rangers versus the Boston Red Sox. Yu Darvish will go for the Rangers, and Stephen Wright will go for the Bo Sox. The Red Sox lead that series 1-0. Can they take a 2-0 series lead to Texas, or can the Rangers tie it up? Oh boy, who knows how that's going to go. Darvish, Wright, Rangers and Red Sox tomorrow night. Be there or be square. Brian Patterson, David Vega, John Haverly, Dwayne Martz, Scooney 007, Salvador America, Frank Rosenk, and let's see here, Luca Pini, Jeremy Brooks, G. Puck, Big Clue, Philip Reynolds. And I think I got everybody there. And Steeler fan, thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the X-ray machines. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Walk-off home run by Miguel Montero. He throws out the leading runner in the top of the inning and then ends the game in the bottom of the inning. 5-4 Cubs. The Cubs lead this NLDS 1-0. We'll see you tomorrow night.